Okay, still Christmas Day, 2018, in a slightly different view of the pond. And now, my neighbor's property to the just north, and as you can see here, I've got some strip of pretty thick, heavy woods. What we're going to do is the neighbor and I, Roy, we're going to have a burn, and we're going to burn out all this old leaf litter, invasive species, and dead wood and dead plants out of here to make way for younger, newer, and better growth. Yeah. Okay. Now, just kind of seen that overview. What you're going to see here now is the location where I want to put my wall penny underground greenhouse. By digging into here, this section of hill here, and coming over about 4 meters, about 12 yards, and going back, and maybe 10-20 feet. That'll give me a really decent sized underground greenhouse. Now I'm going to dig that out at the same time I'm digging out. I'll have dug out my overflow for my pond. Now everybody's going to go, well, where's the water for the pond's going to come? Well, this tree line you see back here, here's the back edge of my property. And there's about a 20-foot elevation change from the back of the property down to the pond. And what that does is that will allow all the water to flow not only from my property, as you see here, and my neighbor's property just on the other side of this tree line. All that water runs down into my pond. And that's all going to be used for emergency water and for gardens, chickens, and what have you. What you see here is my air gun range. From my fence line to the straw bale pile there is 25 yards. That sign you see there is 35 yards. And that back tree line right there is 50 yards. Now, as I pan back into the backyard, you'll see the back deck, which is really kind of nice because it is 25 yards from the deck to the fence. So from the back deck to the main air gun target is 50 yards. And then 75 yards to the back fence. And this area you're seeing now is going to be fruit trees towards the backside, and then this whole area here is garden plot. Will be garden plot, and then I eventually, in the next couple of years, would like to put some goats, a small goat pen here for about 5 or 6 goats, and to put a chicken coop or a chicken trailer coop right in that area there for about 6 or 7 egg layers. And if I were to ever get rich, hit the lottery or what have you, there's a 2-acre lot right behind me I would like to purchase. Then I could take this fence line out and expand my property. But that's down the road a ways. All the fence lines and property boundaries have a nice crop of trees growing in them. Some are berry trees, some are nut trees, all of which needs to be cleaned up, burned out for anything invasive. We got the honeysuckles and all kinds of other stuff growing in there. In here I need to take out. Here you go, from the back air gun target. You can't even see the pond, the drop to the pond from here. Actually, you can. That's 20 feet elevation change from here to there. Okay? Now I'm planning on turning 2 into this in January. And what you see here, this is all going to get burned off of the control burn as well. So there's going to be lots of fires up here on Suchman Corners, as we refer to our property as, because there's so many corners on this because it's such a screwy laid out piece of property. But as you can see, it's kind of thick in here. And you can see from all the how thick it is, why I'm going to burn this all out so we can begin to rehab this place.